2 at the time.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. It's fuzzy to me because there's a list of heroes that came out after, like,
5 seconds
when a lot of people quit Dota 1 that didn't play ever those heroes. I didn't know if Winter Wyvern was like one of those that came out right afterwards, but
yeah, it was him and Arc Warden or Zed or whatever his name is. Those were the 2 heroes that came out.
No idea. For battle. So this is PPD's at least first official Wyvern game. I can't say it's got to be the most difficult hero to play, but no. I have seen a huge variance in terms of how teams or how players level up this hero, like what they skill first. I've seen people just say that you need to max the Arctic Burn. It seems to be the strongest to max out Splinter Blast.
Yeah.
It seems like an amazing nuke, but
that or Arctic Burn. Those 2, obviously. Maxing Cold Embrace is only you just get an extra percentage, which is not bad. But I've seen a lot of Splinter Blast maxing. I've seen a lot of Arctic Burn maxing. And both
5-man snowball incoming.
Yeah, they're going to snowball here. They need to get on design. They're going to find it. They're going to get 3, 4, all 5 on leave, and Zion's in trouble. Hell, I say, Zion's definitely going to fall. Maybe not. The Avalanche comes out. He'll go down to Fear. And his right click coming through. That was a 5-man snowball. That was a party. They just ran right in and say, hey, what's up? Let me drink your booze. And they got the easy kill on Zai. They might even get S4. He's going to walk up. And they're just going to Riptide him now as well. They don't have the Arctic Burn. There's the tether coming through. They don't have overcharge yet. S4 will take a lot of damage. He does have a salve, luckily, but that could have been a lot worse for him, too.
Really strange they just kind of walked up right there. They have this ward, so maybe they're like... I guess that doesn't give vision of this little spot right here. And they're even gonna... Are they gonna counter that? Do they have a sentry? Oh no, they already used 2 sentries. Okay, one of the sentries got countered by the sentry from Secret, so that's good. At least they have that camp to work with.
Right.
This one's blocked, and their main pull camp is blocked. And
yeah, I didn't see the sentry over there, but still, that's not bad. Puppy could do work with this. He's gonna be blocking the creeps for the time being. He won't get the medium camp, he'll have the hard camp, which is fine. Because he can just actually Holy Persuasion and go from there.
Naga's just gonna block this herself manually. Oh, she got a little bit scared. She got cold feet.
Go back in. AY turn around. Nah. It's too late at that point. And he'll head back towards the lane. It's gonna be a dual lane coming up from the Universe as well as AUI. And then a dual lane mid with SumaiL so far with PPD. So SumaiL is gonna be the farming Lina here. He did go for that LSA level 1, so it doesn't have the Dragon Slave to maybe harass and zone out people with. But still, the top lane is going to be very interesting with Fear versus the Bristleback, which is what we talked about at the beginning of the game already. Oh, bottom lane, they're going at S4. Do they have any other way to kill him? They don't. They only have Riptide, no ensnare yet for 8
This is a really hard lane for Storm. I don't know how he's going to get very much. They have no pull to work with. He can't even pull for himself if he wanted to. And he's getting zoned out by just a Naga. So it's going to be free farming Tusk, which is actually can do a lot with free farm. Top lane, you have a Bristleback against a Razor. I already talked about how this is a great counter to him. So he's getting nothing. Bottom's getting nothing. Mid's going to be a wash because it's dual lane versus dual lane. At the very best, they're at least farming this Chen. Oh, here comes the snowball onto S4 and he's dead.
I actually didn't see it. Ice Shards came through. They get an easy kill coming in. Here comes Puppy. He's getting the snare. They don't have mana. Universe is kind of low. But Puppy can't do enough damage. He's only level 1 with no test of faith. He did just get level 2. He didn't level it up though. And so S4, like you mentioned, this is a very tough lane. He's even taking a lot of damage from these creeps. He will get at least some experience in gold because the wave is under his tower now. That's great. Good stuff there for S4 getting back into it. Mid lane is something I want to keep my eye on because who knows what the hell is going to happen here. Honestly, RTZ has 10 last hits. He's doing pretty well. Oh, bottom rune spot. Naga. They get caught. They do get the regen rune, but he doesn't actually get any use out of it. Now Puppy getting chased down. Arts of Burn already going. Look at that slow coming out as well. The body block coming in. There's the snowball. Easy kill for Universe as well. Nicely played.
Oh, this is just a really hard early game to fight into, these heroes of EG. I'm surprised that RTC is actually doing really well in mid as far as, I mean, yes, it's a dual lane mid, but this is also against a, oh, hold that thought. This is Castle Curse coming into play. He might actually die. Oh, the nuke actually
didn't hit.
Yeah.
PPD's like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's doing well for now. SumaiL's gonna level up, he'll have like level 3 Dragon Slave, you know, get Laguna Blade, and that's not gonna be super easy. And I think Crow will stay around and obviously help him out there with the bottle. Zai top lane's gonna take 70 damage loss from Static Link, and he really has only got 2 last hit Spirit sitting right now at 12. So top lane's going fantastically, bottom lane is going fantastically, and they're even gonna find S4 again with the ensnare. Snowball comes out, they don't have the Riptide, they don't need it. Universe will get another kill. He is getting free farm, not only getting last hits, but also now getting...
Yeah, and they're gonna go on a SumaiL mid. Nope, it's a stun. They didn't feel confident in going towards it. But yeah, at least Tiny's getting farm, and I said surprisingly because this is a pretty potent mid lane. Like,
yes.
Lina dual lane plus another range is very, very strong.
I mean, we just saw it there,
Tiny.
honestly.
Yeah. This game has to come down to just playing the games passively and letting Chen go as much farm as he can without dying. But Chen already died once, so that sucks. Bottom's died twice. It just seems a very strange game to set up these lanes. Oh, mid lane again. But no, SumaiL's fine.
PBD. Yeah, SumaiL's gonna be fine. He'll have boots coming out as well as his bottle. He had the bottle crow. They couldn't get the runes at the 2-minute spot. EG's AUI 2000 is going to be looking for that bottom rune. Top lane, RT's, or top rune spot rather, RT's and Crow are going to secure the top rune for themselves. We'll see what it is. Not that it's going to matter. Crow's going to have it. Gets an invis. There are better things. There are worse things. I will say that S4 is getting some more now. He's getting more out of this lane. He's 14 last hits, 6 denies. Not doing too poorly, even with dying twice. But as I say that, he's going to get ice sharded. He'll be okay. There is actually no AUI 2000 to help him here this time, so it could be a lot worse for S4. He could be, you know, dying twice and not getting any farm at all, but that's
true. Yeah, he is actually getting some good CS, which is great. And once he hits 6, then he's totally, well, I can't even say totally fine because Tusk can blow him up, I think. He has to be careful. If he's at full HP, I imagine he'll be fine, but
he's actually leading in CS in comparison to Universe. He's beating him, so
that's good. Yeah. Top lane, Zai taking a ton of harass. It's 112 damage stolen. Fear throws out the nuke. It's only level 2 nuke, but it still did so much damage because Zai is only level 2.
Zai did himself. Yeah, that is a problem. That's not great. Level 2 versus level 5. That's how you know lane's doing poorly. Zai could catch up. Maybe he gets, you know, a couple of stacks in the Ancients or in the jungle.
Well, he's got none right now to work with because the jungle's occupied by Chen, who needs it, and nobody's there available to stack. I'm surprised maybe Crow didn't stack Ancients. Maybe he was stacking this camp for someone. I wasn't really paying attention, but I think those Ancients definitely need to get stacked, otherwise Bristle's going to get nothing this game.
I think the jungle 2 is going to be hotly contested by all the secret members. You know, Tiny and Io want to do the stacks together. You have Chen, obviously, and even Storm with Remnant. Not to mention the Bristleback, which we already talked about, so everybody wants to be in that jungle for secret.
That nuke, that toss from Arteezy hit both of them in mid, did actually a ton of damage. Level 3 toss.
SumaiL's sitting pretty low, about half health right now. He does have 6 wand charges to buy a belt of strength, so he's going to be grabbing treads, it looks like. Interestingly enough, I think that was it is. So that's not something you see every day, but alright.
Both members have an uphill ward mid, so it's really important to have that against Wisp because you want to make sure you have the full vision of like Tiny trying to jump up onto you. So they have that. Wisp, they also have that, so they can have the opportunity to do so. So both wards are going to kind of counteract each other. Storm is so close to level 6. The ice shards went a little bit further, so he wasn't going to get blocked.
This could be a huge engagement coming up from Secret.
One creep and he'll have
behind.
6. Yep, one creep.
This is going to be problematic. Universe is going to see Puppy. They're going to see Crow as well. There's the ball letting in. There on the S4, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill as well. S4 gets the double. SumaiL does not have 6. He does, but he didn't have the Laguna Blade to finish the race either. And now there's a regen for the IO. SumaiL gets the LSA off, but he's going to fall underneath the tower. S4 goes ahead, jumps all the way underneath, gets the kill, and they turn the game right around. Secret now with 3 quick kills. They did lose the Chen, but doesn't really matter in the end, as that's huge for S4 getting back into it.
What a huge rune to have for your Wisp, too. Like, what better opportunity than a Storm Spirit for your team that just hit level 6, so really utilizing that rune to its full potential. Arteezy taking some slow damage. Ice Shard is, it's going to be off the mark. Pretty close, but he does live. How's poor old Zai doing up top lane? He's only level 4 compared to a Fear that's level almost 7. This lane is such a disaster, but all things... But a huge engagement, I think S4 is going to have a much better game than he did last game.
I can't go anywhere, man. Like, again, you talked about the Ancients. There's no way for him to... I mean, there's no stacks there. The jungle's occupado.
He should just stack them himself. I know he wants to just sit at this tower whenever the wave's coming in, but I feel like he's going to benefit a lot more by getting these Ancients stacked than getting maybe a little bit of experience here and there. He's now level 5, which is great. Now he has, I think, a sufficient amount of damage from his Quill Sprays to do a stack. So maybe he thinks about going to do that.
Universe was going to get chased down there by Arteezy. He was getting attacked by some of the creeps, but that was just to make sure he didn't go for that bounty route down in the bottom lane, or bottom rune spot. So, It is. It's great for Fear up in the top lane. Mid lane was a wash, but then SumaiL TP'd bottom and died. And our team was shooting free farm throughout that entire time. And bottom lane was fantastic for Evil Geniuses up until S4 got his level 6 and they got a couple of kills. And now he's getting a lot of room to farm. 35 last hits. He's doing pretty well for himself now with treads. No bottle that I can see. He is bringing it out now, I believe. And that's great. I like the plays Secret were making. They smoked up. We saw a lot of that from Evil Geniuses last game. But now there's the ensnare top. There's also going to be the static link as well. So I think Zai, the Hand of God's going to come out. They do get the relocated. Fear is getting low. They're going to go on TP in. They will find this kill. TP coming out. Fear is low. It looks like he will stay alive and TP away. Safety, just barely there. It is going to be a 1-for-1. Off later. Could have been a lot bigger for EG and for Secret.
I don't think Secret got enough out of the rotation, unfortunately. They wanted to get a lot more, but they only got the winner Wyvern. They had to kind of shift their attention to him because he had a cold embrace on him, and the only one to wait for him was just the magic damage. Razor's pretty damn fast, even just with 1 point and then unstable current, once to the side, gets a TP out. So I'm sure they wanted to get a lot more out of that, and I think that's a fine exchange for EG because they did bait out the relocate, and it was ended up being a support for an offlaner.
Yeah, and they're going to head bottom in again, just try to shut the side down. I mean, I think at this point they'd rather have S4, but it's harder to lock him down than it is. But they can burst him down, like you mentioned, with Walrus Punch, and there's a lot of damage. Fear is very close to his mech. He has the buckler. Actually, he's not. Okay, he's not as close as I thought he was. They didn't even have the buckler yet, so he's still a couple hundred gold away from getting that mech early on here, but that will still be a pretty good timing for it. They're going to try to chase down Zai. There's no radiant vision that I can see. They're still smoked up anyways. There's a double damage bottom rune spot for whoever wants it. The blueberry rune. Arteezy's going to work on tier 1 mid though.
Really good rune for Tusk.
Tower is under attack.
He can do so much damage with this, and they're going to put up a ward. One of the few smoke ganks from EG that we've seen fail. I mean, they're usually just always connecting with these smoke ganks, but Secret sniffed it out well or something, or just dodged a bullet. But either way, not going to make anything happen with that smoke. S4's up top. I think it's smart to put him up top, and because he's a little bit more difficult to kill. That being said, SumaiL actually TPs in. If they do find a combo, they can maybe get a kill onto him. I don't know. If Storm is on strength treads, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to be able to bring it.
He needs to be, oh god, he needs to be on strength treads, I think.
He will. Laguna Blade comes out the last couple of right clicks, and he's going to try to make it away. A long range, but he does just join that last projectile. Meanwhile, they're going to find Fear near the Aegis stack. He doesn't have his mech up. Look at the center Conqueror Stomp come through the Hellburst smash and throws up the Thunderclap, but here comes the Universe Walrus Punch. Not enough to get the kill. Toss on the Universe. These bottle charges if necessary. Sigil coming through. Ice Shark. Oh, he misses! Connecting. Universe misses. He's one more right click, but there's the Avalanche. They keep up the eye. He stays alive. He's sweating right now for sure. PPD won't be able to find the kill. TP's coming away. They lose 2 heroes in that engagement, and suddenly it's tied up 6-6. Game looks a lot closer.
All right, what a juke there from Kuroki. I don't know, can we call it a juke or was it just a blunder? I don't know. Either way, here's the relocate onto Aoi. He has no song yet. He's only level 5.5, and they get a very, very easy pickup. Really nice rotation of using the fact that he's not level 6 yet. Zai can take a lot of damage. He's in trouble, but here comes the heal from Chen.
Fear does not want to go. The relocate out. Arteezy's alone, but the Chen is here as well. And there's the ensnare. Centaur Conqueror Stomp. Couple of Hellburst Smasher Thunderclaps. And Fear's like, I'm at half health. What's happening right now? The Chen army is destroying me. Chen will head back just to make sure he can recall his creeps. And he won't do it yet.
Oh, yes. And Arteezy went for the blink on Tiny. He goes back in on PPD. Gets the kill. Nice combo from Arteezy. PPD just wasn't expecting it. He's going to know for sure that they have a ward. It gets pinged out. And they get the last hit here for Puppy. So really nice place here coming out from Secret. The same exact rotation coming in now from SumaiL again. If he had a little bit of help from Aoi last time he initiated, it was a for sure kill. So this time it's going to be the snowball, and this will be a kill.
Yeah, that's huge. They need that S4. He's kind of, you know, snowballing a little bit. But now they do get the kill. Meanwhile, Zai does pick up that tier 1 tower mid, and he's starting to get a little bit more out of this. His network is third to last here. He's only above the Naga. Top lane, Arteezy does bring down SumaiL with that Blink Dagger coming in, getting his combo off. SumaiL caught out of position, and there's just kills happening everywhere. There's dead bodies all over the goddamn ground, and it's hard to keep track of. But So far, it is 9-7. It's Secret actually coming back pretty strong. They have a 3,000 net worth lead now, 2,000 experience lead. Arteezy, he's the one doing, I think, a lot of the work in this situation. He's even wrapping around. He's going all the way under the tower. AUI's like, I don't have 6 yet, please. Avalanche Cross comes in. He does have a Southern stick as well. Song comes out. Yeah, relocate could come through here. They might be able to stop it maybe with a Winner's Curse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, the level 6.
Curse will come in, but Arteezy does get away with the Blink Dagger, so Kuroki will fall, but they did keep Arteezy there to get that secondary kill, so that was a little bit lucky for Secret, or really well played from Arteezy, rather.
Yeah, very, very fast Blink rotation backwards, so it could have been way worse. Dodged a bullet, so to speak. But I'm such a huge fan of the Blink on time. I know there's different schools of thought on this. Sometimes it's very glaringly obvious that you should just rush the Ags. But I don't know. I just think the combo does so much damage. I think it's still relevant in late game too, because you can always toss someone back into your team, similar to like a Magnus Skewer. And just the fact that they've buffed it so it makes it much easier to hone in onto that single target. It's now the closest unit rather than rather than a random unit.
Radiant's top tower is under
Snowball
attack.
into mid.
Caught out. There's the Roar's Punch. Not doing that much damage. Here comes the Arctic Burn though, and Die is pretty fast. He's low at 3 seconds. They relocate him out. Here comes Arteezy. He's alone, however, but Fear takes a ton of damage from that. He'll actually have to mech up and stay alive. So, as far as the Blink Dagger on Tiny is concerned, he's gotten so many kills with it. Like, they might just be winning this game because of this Blink Dagger purchase. It's 4-0-2. You could argue that there's some other plays like the smoke down to bottom that helped out S4, but they're definitely in a commanding position. Although Arteezy right now is the only really farmed hero. S4 is getting there. He only has the one Oblivion Staff.
Yep, and I think, is he going to go for the, oh, he's going to go just for the Ag, so this is just a casual bracer here for Arteezy. And there is the 15-minute Yules, so that's 7 minutes later than he got last
Radiant's
game.
top tower
Just to put in
is under
perspective how
attack.
fast
A bit late, yeah, a bit late from SumaiL, but
I mean, it's still great timing. It's still fine. Because he has the treads too. It's just, he got it. This just shows how friggin' fast it was last game.
Yeah. AY down bottom. He just purchased him up. So AY hasn't had the best game. Him and PPD are very, very poor, and I think that might be a big issue for them. Vision's going to be kind of lacking, I think, for the most part, or just that second set of items that you want as support to maybe make you a bit more impactful as the game progresses, but it's going to be a long way. They need to try to take some sort of fight. Universe is, I think, saving it for Blink Dagger. Fear already has his mech, but he really hasn't done... Like, he had a great start, and this mech has not really done much for them. There's Puppey and Kuroki top. They might want to go for this tier 1 tower. It is very low. Arteezy is also up here ready to go with the Blink and the point booster. Tough to bring him down, and...
Arteezy?
It's going to be him getting jumped on. They probably have a relocate, but Warrior's Punch comes out, and Kuroki's out of position.
That was really strange. I don't know what he was thinking there. He kind of just walked up and, like, I don't know. I thought maybe he thought that the tower was like one toss away from being dead, but I don't know. That was strange.
Burrow was there, but he was at the tower. It was interesting. I thought he was right next to Arteezy, but that wasn't the case. There was no relocate out, so a huge kill that provides Universe pretty much his Blink Dagger. Fear gets a bit of gold as well. He's going drums. And where do we go from here? 16.5 minutes of the game. S4 is farming very well, and I think they have to maybe prioritize killing him a couple of times, but easier said than done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And he
attack.
is going for the Orchid.
Oh, they smoked on this ward. They saw this.
And it looks like S4, he wanted to break it, and he did. Nicely played from him. PPD solo smoke isn't really going to get much done. He's kind of seen some creeps right now, but...
The creeps are baiting, and SumaiL realizes this might not be the best idea. Regardless if it's the best idea, Zion's going to walk up. There's you can use him. They do throw up the S4. Laguna Blade, did he dodge that? The saw comes out. I don't know if they can take this fight. SumaiL is trying to reach in up. His LSA is about to doesn't connect a bit too early on S4. S4 snowball. They get the kill of the ice charge. Warrior's Punch and Puppey on the other side of the fray. PPD called a brace up. Zai chasing after AUI. AUI is going to fall. On the other side of things, PPD, rather, Puppey gets caught out and killed. Universe will clear up his creep army, but here comes Zai. Back out of PPD, but Fear's here as well. Scat going to go. Good cold embrace. All that physical damage negated. Zai cannot finish off the kill. Snowball towards another hero. It's going to be Arteezy. Not going to connect, but the ice shards will. 3-for-1 exchange. BG bring it right back with that beautiful fight.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
Ortiz also
tower
missed his
is
stun
under
there at the
attack.
beginning. He tried to combo onto the Wyvern, but he missed his stun, and then after he tossed down, the Wyvern came down with very low HP, but just able to use the Cold Embrace, which he's actually gone for a smorgasbord build here. He's gone 3-2-2. I wasn't even trying to lead into that. I was like 3-2. Oh, I see where this is going.
No, I saw that too. This is coming.
But it healed on him nicely, and it's also, now that I think about it, a great counter to Bristle, because all of Bristle's damage is all physical.
Yep.
So Cold Embrace kind of owns him.
It's not going to be great. And Zai's already having a rough game as it is. I want to remind everybody, this is game 2. The Secret already down 1-0. They need to win this game to force game 3. If you win this series, you are guaranteed 40,000 USD, $40,000. That's something else. So it's not like this. And if you, of course, if you go down to the losers bracket and you lose that series, you don't get any money. You have to win one series to get into the money. So a lot's at stake here, and Evil Geniuses are currently staying alive, I'd say. They're not leading. Secret have a small lead, and they also have a very good lineup in the late game. But Evil Geniuses are doing okay for themselves here. S4 looks to get this Orchid up and then do some.
Also, while there's not really like a for sure counter combo with the Naga Siren Sleep, as a support, and this was much more prevalent when we saw Naga Siren played as a support a long time ago, much more frequently, but it's just so good against the Wisp relocate. There's really nothing you can do about it. You relocate in song, it's very easy, cut and dry when to use it, and that's just what they did. And what it does also, it wastes a lot of Wisp's time, because then he has like only 5 seconds left to actually aid his ally in the fight before he has to go back or bring
and you
his
start
back.
panicking. What do I do? So it was definitely a rough situation. EG smoked again right on top of a ward, so they have a pretty good idea as to where SumaiL and PPD are. SumaiL's even going to get ensnared by a Dark Soul Summoner casually. The Tier 1 tower is not in deny range. 5 versus 5 mid right now. The good old, this is a pub game, let's go 5-man mid and just sit there for a while. Instead, EG will end up backing up and starting to farm. But now, Secret are aggressive. They have a smoke, and Universe is going to pop in. He needs to be careful. They're going to jump right in. SumaiL in trouble. He'll go down. The snowball's going to come in. And S4 might get more punched here, but he's got mana to work with. The pull's going to come out. Song of the Siren. Reset the fight. SumaiL buys back. TP's in. LSA is going to get ready here in just a second. PPD, he's got that cold. S4 gets blown up. They even used the Cold Embrace there. Poppy gets Laguna bladed. The only one alive after that bloodbath is Arteezy. That took 5 seconds to get started, even less than that. And all of a sudden it's over. EG just burst everybody down except for the Tiny, but here comes Fear. Nice avalanche from Arteezy. He thought about turning around, but he's already lost 100 damage or so. Fear is just chasing him. Ice shards are going to connect coming out from Universe. There's the snowball as well. That'll be another kill. All 5 dead again. And Evil Geniuses getting back into it, man.
That was again a mistake by Arteezy. What he did was, and you could tell with his thinking process, he's done the Razor and he's like, all right, I'm going to toss you back, but wait, the toss back is going to purge me, so I'm actually going to be slower and take damage I can't blink. If he just stunned and then ran away and blinked, he would have been fine, but he second-guessed himself. He was like thinking about one thing and then changed his mind in the middle of it, and as a result he died because he just was too slow, and then they were able to catch him with auto attacks and disable his blink constantly. Also, while the song was coming out, like 224 damage stolen from the Bristleback, I think, from Fear. And then Fear found the Wisp. He saw the Wisp was trying to relocate someone out, and he hit him 3 times and killed him, like in a matter of 1.5 seconds. It was insane the amount of damage that this Razor does when he steals 224 damage.
Yeah, that's... Fear's been putting in some work this game. S4 got blown up, and he's got a lot more problems than just getting, an early Orchid. He might even... I mean, even a BKB, Cold Embrace, Winter's Curse will still go through that. I've called it Cold Embrace like 6 times. Really a problem. But yeah, maybe BKB. Obviously, Bloodstone would be really nice to have on a Stormy Spirit. So he's got some time before he gets up and gets into that fighting shape. We'll see if we can get there.
Yeah, things are looking good for EG. That being said, I'm looking at the net worth, and it's still not crazy.
No,
still
that fight did not give them that much. A lot of that is maybe due to... Not due to towers. They have pretty much the same towers except for Tier 1 bottom.
It's mostly due to the fact that EG's just really not farming. Like, they're winning the fights and they have stronger heroes in the team fights right now. But they're not, other than the Razor, they're not actually like farming that much, I would say.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know, actually, I'm looking at the CS. The CS is actually even with both the Tiny and the Storm.
It's the supports, I think.
Yeah, it must
and
be.
AUI are very, very poor. Although AUI has a drum now, but they already have one, I believe. Yeah, they do.
Dire's middle tower
He
is under
has a
attack.
cloak, so he wants to get that Gamer Cape, which you see very often on Winter Wyvern. In fact, I think it's almost full. So yeah, the supports are very poor. You know, Puppy doesn't have that issue. He's a Chen, so he can farm very well. And the IO, he's not doing too much better. In fact, he's right behind AUI and only ahead of.
They're gonna ult, I think, Artesian go for
There it goes. And the static link, this should be a free kill. No Hiroki there to relocate him out. Also does do some damage. They even smoked down there with a couple other heroes with EG, but I just head to Roche now and try to take this.
That damage is so insane from Razor right now, and Razor almost has a Shiva's. He has a Shiva's and 100 gold, so they're gonna have Shiva's on Fear, he's gonna hit 16, he's gonna have an Aegis. Oh man, this is looking really good for EG right now.
They do the right thing though, the lanes were not pushed out, and they're gonna try to take these tier 2 towers. Mid tower is gonna take that as 4, they put some pressure on. Top tower is not gonna be taking those out, they're gonna back away. So they might be able to get this tier 2, they should flip this.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And that'll be an Aegis for
Dire's top
Universe,
tower
interestingly
is under
enough.
attack.
Out of all the heroes, I guess that makes sense.
Or Universe, okay, interesting.
I would have thought so, honestly. Oh well. As you mentioned, Razor's AC, or not AC, rather, Shiva's guard is done. He's gonna get the plate mail from the side shop, the secret shop rather. And at that point, it's just even more to deal with if your secret. Fear is the most farmed of the game. He's 12,000 net worth. Alright. So we've kind of hit a wall. Both teams back to farming.
Yep. I think Fear's Razor has just been on point this game. Just doing so much damage, and I like the item choices too. Like, Mech is usually a little weird on him now because of the constant nerfs, but I mean, he's able to farm so fast as Shiva's, now he has no mana problems at all. And he went drums too, so. And Shiva's is obviously great because that crystal's all physical damage. And I missed that one, but
You didn't miss much. It was a Chen dying within seconds. However, S4 in a bit of an interesting spot, but he'll probably be fine. They have no real knowledge of him being here, so. They're drawing a line. They want to head top. Fear gonna get chased down by Arteezy. He actually knows this. He's gonna pop the jump charge just so he can get away faster. Bottom S4 still not scouted out.
they want to relocate, but Aui's here. They're just gonna get songed. Go on Aui.
Well, he comes out. Song is out on it well, but they do get the kill immediately on SumaiL. He's dead for 70. More TP's coming in. I don't know if you want to. I guess it is going to be about 4 versus 3. We're going to get the cold brace off. It is going to go on a Kroki. Arteezy clean. Blocked. It's popping off. Now there's going to be more punch on Arteezy. Static Link coming in and Fear again doing so much work. The Shiva's guard kiting him, and they take down 2. They do get the TP out from S4, so at least he does survive. Does turn into a 2-for-1 trade, though. That's the biggest issue. Now TP top Universe going on his eye actually blinks away, not going in and trying to escape him.
I'm not sure I really think that was the play. I think it would have been smarter to ball in, use the Orchid onto Aui.
Yes.
So he can't song, and then pull the Lina.
Yes.
And I think that would have bought enough time to bring them in and still kill both of them without sleeping everybody.
I will say they were very close together, and it might have been
Radiant's
a misclick. It's
bottom
always a
tower
possibility
is
with the
under
Orchid,
attack.
but
Possibly. That could have been it as well.
I'm not going to
But-
get too deep into this. So.
That being said, he did kill him really fast, but
Yes.
that means the relocate just baited them into their death because they didn't stop the song from coming out.
Yeah. Arteezy and Crow got there, and they're just like, oh, what do we do now? I guess we're dead. Not much else they can do in that situation. Arteezy does finish up with negative scepter. His farm was really good early on, but it's been stifled. I mean, 4 deaths will do
Radiant's
that to you.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's not been the best. S4 has kind of leapfrogged him in terms of farm, and S4 is in fact going for the BKD, which is fantastic. Although, if he gets cold embrace, he's gonna probably die either way. He might just be spirit. You don't want to have to go super defensive on a spirit. This might be the game for it. I don't know what your thoughts on it are.
I'm sorry.
Storm.
Link is for Storm.
After BKD, I mean.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's totally fine. The Winter's Curse is going to, or was that what it's called? Yeah,
Dire's
Winter's Curse
top
is going
tower
to destroy
is
him,
under
if not the
attack.
Yule's combo. So, yeah, I think
what
that's
was
fine.
saying. That's what I was saying.
I'm still surprised actually, especially surprised that Zai's farm he's like pretty much
He's
tied for
rebounded.
second net worth. That's really impressive, considering his horrible start. He's got now Heaven's Halberd, which is it's kind of weird because you don't want to use it on the Razor because then you're going to get purged, but you kind of have to because he's hitting for 350 damage. I think it's more of just the ability to do that, but plus it's a really good cost-effective item. It gives you tons of strength, pretty damn good damage, good overall evasion. He's actually half HP, and they're not smoked, but they're above him.
And they don't have vision of him, but dang, kind of far back. But now they're gonna wrap in, and AUI is gonna look right with this. He just gets away. This comes out. SumaiL also doing connect. That's gonna be Walrus Punch and just a dead Zai.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So much for that.
First recorded Blink Death Go Tusk. Huh,
That was
okay.
a pretty good game. Universe set up a lot of kills.
Middle tower is under attack.
Their two towers, both mid and top lane, are getting assaulted. Mid lane will fall. Top lane still can be defended. Fear's here alone. Speaking of alone, AUI, their CP's coming in. They want to kill RTZ. PPD not here yet. But in this time, here comes New York is coming up from S4. Relocate away from Kuro. Universe, now the TP coming in. They need a snowball. They can't quite find it. He is going to make it out. That could have been a lot worse. In fact, they get everybody away, and they force out a lot of TP rotations. And that's the top will survive.
Oh, the Wisp is dead though. Oh, he even had a haste rune, I think.
Feed the flames.
But they still managed to just do so much damage with the Laguna, which is level 16 now with Ag, so really, really scary SumaiL.
That's frightening to say the least. Somebody just bought an item. What was it? Oh, PK.
Also, Vlad's on Bristleback.
Couple of good items coming out for Secret. Don't look what's happening. AUI can't fly. SumaiL's gonna get knocked up. Now he's back in. Going good. That already came through. Down with the LSA gonna go through. Just back there for Warren. Turning back. God's gonna go in time. Float up. Or will be getting blown up. He does do a lot of damage with those close breaks, and Fear has to back up. Meanwhile, top one getting chunked down by the tree. They're gonna turn it for EG. They want the Sigil. They've got enough puppy. He's gonna get stared up. He's gonna please God no. And Fear will pick up the wicked 6 streak in the process of doing so. And EG, they'll take 2. They're gonna head towards the T3 tower. But it looks as if they might back off. In fact, SumaiL's gonna be shut down again. Great Euros. The BKB is down for S4, but there's nobody there to catch him out. He's just gonna ball letting and keep you away.
Top tower.
So they'll make it out again. RTZ goes straight for that here 3 tower top.
I'm putting some okay damage onto it. Wasn't there in the last fight, so did a good amount of damage. Good amount of structural damage to that. We'll see. I mean, it's still crazy that it's not that far out of the grasp in terms of net worth. Like, it's still only 4,000. It seems like EG's never even coming close to losing a fight. I guess SumaiL was kind of close to being dead right there, but
good mix though from Fear.
Yeah.
He also now. All right, so but the thing is too, Ralph, I think IO Tiny together is going to be difficult to deal with, and a little bit here, especially to get the start from us on the Tiny suddenly. If for tier 3 towers available, RPG to get in there, keep the creep wave pushed out and go from there. He also just got a level 16, so level 3 grows up. Like you said, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility for Secret. They're not in that bad of a spot. They just need to take 1 or 2 good fights to take some towers.
I think they actually want to round again.
As more, he gave you off and gets whooped out.
Yep, even if he did, that Laguna will still go through so much damage. But TC went for Mask of Madness, and I don't think you want to fight a team fight with Mask of Madness, just because I think you're going to take so much damage. And the Winter's Curse is just so freaking good against the Wisp.
Golden Race comes out. Home. Is it going to be enough? He actually is going to make it away. Nice play. They're going to have to go back home. Look at the tier 3 tower. This is the problem. Even needs this much to work with, and RTZ is going to go to work.
They should focus on Fear right now. I think they can maybe make a play onto him.
And they're going to keep going with side. This is Dave's Lagoon. Fear is in the next is going to use it. He's going to keep you away is the question. They have no way to lock him down anymore with the Avalanche toss done. Here comes SumaiL, though. Laguna playing. Relocate home from Kuroki. Nice play. RTZ's left alone. Another Yule's coming out. They have LSA in a second. IOTB's back into the fray. RTZ's actually just going to stand still and looks like he'll be able to make it away. Universe is coming down bottom as well, but just a little bit of, I don't know, a couple of fights here and there. Zai's going to get Song top. SumaiL's here as well with the LSA. Zai was just bottom. This should be a kill.
Yeah, this Solar Crest is really awesome too. So much damage. Negative 10 armor, and then they can't hit anything, pretty much 30% miss chance.
With Ripped Out on top of that.
Yeah, it's really, really strong.
Well, alright. They'll lose Zai.
You see what happens though. You see what happens when, oh yeah, Fear.
He's dead. That's not available. Guard. Oh, with a ball light, it's we'll clean it up. That was...
You see that move owning him when he tosses him. It's pretty insane. Here comes the snowball, and he can one-shot Croaky, I think. Close.
Close to one-shotting him. Miss? Wow. Oh, those miss chances from the low ground. You gotta be kidding me. He ends up getting the kill in the end anyways. Alright, man. Where do we go from here?
This is crazy. It's crazy that Secret are still within their grasp of 5,000 net worth. Blink actually on Winter Wyvern. I think they need to rat this out, but it's kind of like you have Chen who wants to kind of fight with his mech, and now he has Guardian Greaves and ulti. Bristleback obviously wants to fight, but the Razor Pick is really good against him. I think the Razor Pick, which normally is kind of stale and doesn't do much, is just doing so much this game.
Yeah. This is a pretty good draft so far, people. This is not to say Secret have a bad draft. It's just that
Dyer's bottom tower
got crushed early on. His effectiveness hasn't been felt too much. This is 5-2. Arteezy fell off, I think, right after early mid-game. And Zai really had an awful time, but he rebounded so well, but it's just right now it's not about. So ratting is, like you mentioned, the name of the game. With 4,000 gold, Arteezy could pick up Assault Cuirass, making it even easier to take down buildings. We'll speed us up to go for that as his next item, go for maybe a bit for damage. But Roche is up, and that seems to be the point of contention, at least for EG. They want to head into the Roche pit. Killing take Graves real quick. And the lanes are all pretty pushed out as well, so there's no big potential for getting rad while this is happening.
Yeah, they got Sigil, Solar Crest, they got negative armor from Universe. And they also have the song, if anything got a little bit hairy, but they know they can't fight this. And immediate smoke coming out from EG as well. Again, one of their strengths is they always seem to initiate fights after smokes extremely well. We'll see if Universe can find the opening he's looking for. I think he's got a BKB in base too, or something.
They're gonna find Puppy, and he's gonna get out. They're gonna try to jump with that. He's gonna BKB instead. He's gonna coldest breaks. The song comes out. They're gonna try to bring him down, and the Laguna Blade will do the job. They haven't even killed Puppy yet. They focused all their attention on 4s4, and he doesn't have buyback. He's down for 64 seconds. Luckily, the creep wave is mid, so they have some time to work with, and they're going to try to push out top with Zai and Arteezy, and maybe use force some TP rotations back. So, Secret are in an awful position despite losing one critical hero, and Puppy going down as well.
Getting BKB to the song does nothing, then gets cold and what is it? Winter's Curse. Oh, I don't remember. I screwed up all the time too, so like hard. But it kind of even worked against him having that BKB and then just got Lagooned in the face. Really hard. It's just hard to kind of deal with all of these different interactions. There's really no, like, you have to have a ton of defensive items, like you mentioned the Lincoln Spirit, but he's just too far away from that.
Arteezy likes to break this. They made it a TP from Universe, then he stopped it, and there's no way, absolutely no way that AUI can take this fight. So they're TPing more back now. Io's in the backside, ready to relocate out. They have Whips just 30, so not quite there yet. The Arctic Burn slowing him down. They're going to be in snare. Arteezy's going to get relocated back home. The Laguna Blade on his eye, he will fall. And Universe is going to be waiting for Kuro, so
barracks are under attack.
Yeah. Fear is actually at the base, and he's in trouble. Tusk comes out. He's located as well. He's going to go down. Fear will fall here. It does take them a long time to get through him. It is going to be 2 for 1 with Fear going down for 78 seconds. They do clean up the tier 3 top, but EG will take the mid melee racks.
Yeah, which is, I think, fine for them. Zai is, despite him having been able to bounce back, it's impossible for him to do anything in these fights. He's just controlled too easily by, whether it's Razor or even just simple ensnare, the slow from Winter Wyvern, I mean, there's just too many ways to control him. I think he definitely needs probably a BKB at this point, just so he can walk around in fights without having, God, even then you have ensnare to deal with, you have the Tusk Walrus Punch to deal with, it will still slow you down. You have Winter Wyvern's Winter's Curse. I don't know. It seems I feel really bad for Zai because I think he's done a great job coming back in terms of farm. Had one of the worst lanes you could ask for. It's just so hard for him to actually find his place in a team fight.
It's definitely been a struggle for him, and it will continue to be so, I think. They can maybe try to take one big fight. They still have ages for EG, and the good thing for Cedar is I just love how they just keep this top lane pushed out, like, all the time. It's been a really, really, really solid job from Cedar, just making sure this lane is hotly contested. Actually gonna check on Ortiz and he's gonna relocate now. There's gonna be, I'll say, the relocate out comes from Crow at the perfect time. They even expended Laguna there. That means that RTZ is gonna finish up. So Cross his eyes gonna chase down, but this is the It's like, why do I have to die for RTZ being caught out of position?
That's really smart though. We don't real Zoc or Kuroki because he's kind of. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I feel like it's more important than Zai. Because he has abilities that can do stuff this game, whereas I don't think Zai's skill set and the hero can do much.
The Cold Embrace to deal with the physical damage, which we haven't even seen it that often, is something to keep in the back of mind.
So strong. I didn't even touch that.
It's really good, this game. And so, Zai is in struggle city right now. Getting another item to help him out in that regard. He already has the Halberd. I don't know what else to go. He definitely doesn't want to go damage to this game, which is, you know, I think the right idea. He's going for, right now at this point, pure utility with the Vlads as well as the Halberd pickup, and his next item will be even more indicative of that, more than likely. Whistle Wyvern is a gem, by the way.
RTC does have very good farm.
Dyer's
Like, he's bounced back
tower is
nicely. He died so many different times after he went Blink, and it took him forever to get the Ags, and he had just Blink Ags at, like, I don't know, 29 minutes out of something. It's really slow, but he's got Mask of Madness. Now he has a Solid Caress. The potential is there to take down the base if EG doesn't have TPs.
Yeah.
And they aren't ready for it.
Radiant's
but there is
top
always that
tower
song
is
that you
under
have to deal with.
attack.
16th. That means
Radiant's top tower
that means
has
60-second cooldown on that. So that's going to be, I think, the biggest issue here for Secret.
Is he getting jumped on? He's not quite there yet. There in time, and he will. No! This song comes out. Kuro can't get the relocate off. It was actually stopped by the Dark Desire. Kuro's gonna fall as well. Oh, perfectly timed coming out from Evil Geniuses, and very unfortunate coming out from TV. Before we go any further, I do want to touch on the fact that S4 did go for Lincoln Sphere, and we thought it was going to be good earlier on, but they don't have damage. I think that's the biggest issue.
I definitely think this is the right decision.
Right.
For the item build, I think he has to get this, but it might just be too little too late. I actually think that RTZ was going to die before the relocate even came out, despite the nice song from Aoi. But that damage from the Laguna is so insane. It just does so much damage. Nice curry cutting by S4. If they were able to take this wave, they won't have a wave anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Trouble yet again. There's a Laguna. The back was turned, but he's still taking lots of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower
Feels
is
will come
falling.
out there. Tier 2, bottom lane is going to fall as they get that kill on the Zai in the top lane.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
bots
is
in
under
with Tusk, and they're
attack.
going to just go for this. S4 is going to jump all the way in. Kind of out of mana. He pops the BKB coming through. The pop is getting so low. Hand shot comes out. The Solar Crest did work. Here's Stone going in. He's got a full side of the Stone going in as well. Kuro so close to death. Now the Stone comes out as well. Fear's actually going to TP back home. They don't want to overextend this. Oh, the avalanche not there from Arteezy. Just a moment too late. And it actually is going to be Fear making it out. However,
That was almost a crucial mistake by Aoi. He backed up and then, oh wow, that's a huge zip. He's trying to find the DPD and he's not going to find him.
DPD has a glimmer anyways.
Yeah, that's true. But that Lincoln Sphere did save S4 because the Winter's Curse came out and Lincoln's.
Now they know.
Now they know.
No one has a force either, I don't believe. Force kind of game, apparently. Something nice to have. But they will, 42 minutes into the game, and again, Secret are still in this, but it gets harder and harder. The net worth was at 4,000 for like a long time. It's down to about 13,000 now, and that's a pretty big issue. A lot of net worth.
I think they're in the same boat as they were last game, where they can't fight them at all, but they do have potential to split push. Last game it was Coddle PL, this game it's Swiss Tiny. But EG has really been on point about addressing this issue. of not letting them get into the base to give them the opportunity to take down towers.
So hard to just stay focused on making sure top is pushed out, making sure not get ratted, and all the while dealing with team fights and what have you. But it does that are like one mistake from EG away, you know, from getting their top racks, because it's constantly pressured by RTZ and Co. Puppy has his Aghanims, by the way, so he's gonna be looking for that ancient. Oh, he has one. He's got ready to go. All right, I like it.
Something.
Yeah, they're gonna need a bit more than that, but especially now that there's a sight up on SumaiL as well.
I think Zai has to get a BKB, or he's just not going to be relevant in fights. I think it's absolutely paramount he gets a BKB, but he doesn't have the farm. I mean, he's 110-1. He just doesn't have any way to get farm too, because the lanes are constantly being pushed out by EG. Or it's enough defense by EG to be pushed out by the other members of Secret who are actually getting the farm like
SumaiL's able to get sent back. Puppy. RTZ still pushing this in. They're gonna wrap around with Fear, looking for Kuro. He'll find him. Kuro is probably, he could throw away and he will, and he's actually just gonna edge out. And he barely makes it. And RTZ will also just keep you home as well. Alright. So, what else is there? There's a mech purchased up for AUI. Actually, he sold it. They clearly want this. He's trying to get clean. Walrus punch, they can find RTZ. They're gonna jump in. SumaiL gonna get jumped. We're doing a point. S4 now going to work. The song comes out. And Zai will be caught. S4 is able to ball letting away. Oh, S4 gets caught. And they'll know that he's here, but he does have Walrus punch over Steve. Too late. Zai coming out of the brace. The gods to go. Walrus punch. Kuroki. He'll stay alive for now. Cold brace into SumaiL. Kuroki's gonna fall. SumaiL's godlike from the other side of things. Zai still getting chased down. Nice sharp will connect Zai. Resigned to his death, it looks like. There's gonna be the key of his guard. Walrus punch universe. Thrown up Shoryukens multiple times in that engagement. Turns into a 3-0. There's no buyback in Zai. Our team does have it, but this is gonna be probably mid-rack spawn, maybe even bottom rack spawn.
Here comes a zip in from, it was a zip in plus a send back onto the storm. They can do that, but he's got to regen his mana, which takes a good 10 seconds
Radiant
sometimes.
structures are fortified.
Cliff coming out, Fear pops the ulti. I think his AC is on the way too. It is. Plus the mech, plus the Guardian Greaves. This is looking like the beginning of the end.
Next year, right, it's coming up real easy. And that's going to be a full rack gone. Bottom mid is pretty much dead as well if they rotate there. Die still dead for 42 seconds. Roach is up in about 5 seconds. The only times I had more deaths than this at 45 minutes, he was playing IO. That is how
And again, I have to stress that I don't think it's his fault. I think it's just a matter of the draft. There's just not much that Bristle can do against the hero that EG has drafted. So I think the Razor, like I said, the Razor third pick was really good, really smart. I think the Wyvern last pick was extremely strong. And it's something that you have to think about now, you know, that it's introducing Captain's Mode. It's been Captain's Mode for quite some time now, too. Yes. And when you pick Wisp, there's a very large possibility of that Wyvern coming out. So, something you have to be wary about.
Yeah, I was very skeptical of the Wyvern pick early on, right during the draft. But he has 6-2 and 14. You will not find a better stat line for really anyone for Wyverns, honestly. That's fantastic, even as Boots travel right now. Somebody just bought a Shadow Blade. That is Universe, because why not? Pretty good.
He's had this just like random ogre kill forever. I thought he was making a BKB, but he's looking for RTZ. He spots him in the trees here.
Yeah, but he bit off more than he could chew. Universe still chasing. Ooh, good blink out. He's gonna try to tip you away. Song gets off just in time. RTZ's gonna get spotted, and we'll have blink at 5, but there's gonna be the ice shards coming through. The snowball's getting hit up as well, and RTZ's looking up his dead. He will have buyback. Cold Embrace is gonna go just to make sure he can't get away.
Well, this game is still showing you. Oh, that was a relocate or something. Relocate backwards. I think what he tried to do was like relocate and then wait for RTZ and then bring him back, but just couldn't find the opening. No. Nice try by Kuroki.
That was difficult. Too early. Yeah. Well. I mean, you have to go for those plays and you don't make him. It's not the worst thing. try to test it.
I think he's played really well this game, actually, even though they're losing pretty bad.
Here comes S4, pops BKB. One Conspira's still up. He's gonna get broken now. A little bit too late. The rank Rex is gonna go down. First, they want to focus on the goal, but hard to bring down there. Is it back to the it must be, and it's actually, there's a range creep, a pesky range creep. Now it won't be as the creeps are coming into base bottom. Range Rex is going to be taken out, and they're going to go for it all. The mega creeps. EG right about to 2-0 here against Team Secret. Secret has had a dominant streak for MDL 7-3, even at the Red Bull Battleground playing in San Francisco. They must up their first series in quite some time. They'll jump with S4, get packed up, they broke the Lincoln Sphere. Alice is going to go through. There's the Laguna Blade. He does have buyback. Speaking of buyback, he just brought back in. There he is. Well locked down this giant ass block. RTZ trouble song. Reset the fight. RTZ. No BKB. They won't be able to focus him down yet, but here comes AUI. They're rolling it with Universe. RTZ is going to fall once more. Actually, did make it out. We'll take Team to a victory. I don't know. He's dead. He's going to be defended. That's two those down. Here comes the score again. Side back to the play. Line. Losing so much damage. One more rifle to do the job. Chase after we finish it. RTZ tries to pick up SumaiL's Beyond Godlike spree. Can he make it out alive? This is the question. Looks like he might be able to. S4 joining the 1 mana. Universe jumping. Bonus punch coming through. They're just zoning him out. They want this right. They're going to get it. Mega is coming. SumaiL boss back. Be a little bit careful here. Get text up there. They'll say the beautiful again. Mean Stare coming through. Zai with don't fly back. S4 ball lightning to mid lane. At this point, they're running down mid, but their two cores are getting crushed in front. This is gonna be it, man. I don't know what they're doing, but this is it.
You feel the frustration at first, easy. Just running down mid, but really nicely played by EG. I think that, I honestly think in both games, Secret had an opportunity to take it. Maybe got a little bit complacent in several times in both games, but overall it was really, I would say especially this game, it was really hard for them to fight in the mid game of against the draft that EG had. I think Secret had an idea of what they wanted to do for a draft.